unfortunately, fortunately, we're at work. Yeah, it's always a bring a bag activity. It's the weekend and we are going to
Wine.
at a
Wine farm.
we're going wine tasting.
That's the school. Nice one. Big boy, oh, it's too much girls. I mean, it's a girls.
They've upgraded now to up to 15 months.
No, we're saying the same thing on our way. We're like, Sam's gonna be so happy to see you.
Also 4 months in the states of fermentation. So this 100% Shiraz. Love.
The park on a Saturday in Cape Town. It's so gloomy and I'm so excited. Like, I haven't got to explore. I've been living in Cape Town for 3 years now, and obviously financial restriction was part of the reason why I couldn't explore the city much, but also I'm in a space where I'm ready to explore a little bit more and like remind myself there's a world outside of my world. I think oftentimes, especially for me, it's very easy to sit at home because home feels safe. I don't really have to do much. But sometimes, like, waking up early in the morning and leaving the house and just exploring is so refreshing. Months ago, I made a promise to myself that I would be more intentional with creating content for myself, not necessarily for viewership or external validation, but more so for my own, creative processes and creative output. However, the fear of, not producing the perfect product has been stopping me, and I need to get over that. Over the past couple of months, so my last 2 videos ago, I was in like a very tumultuous time. But long story short, I got a new job, which is exciting for some, but it changed my whole life and everything, my routine, what I do. And I'm not one person who deals with change well. So it was something that really unnerved me. And my sister did say, because especially when I had put that out there, I was like, I am going to be consistent with content. And she was like, you need to be realistic with yourself and understand that this is probably going to disrupt your creative output. So dealing with change and then also dealing with the fact that I want to be a perfectionist hasn't really been inspiring me to create. If anything, I'm like, why would I showcase chaos? Which is ironic because in my bio, it's like, I talk about creating content out of chaos, but I hate showcasing chaos. I hate not being put together. However, the more I sit with that, the more I realize that's actually hindering me in the pursuit to create for myself. So that was just a little my own read card. Somebody on my TikTok commented, where are all your daily vlogs? And I was like, right. So you're reading me to filth and it's not even 6 a.m. But anyway. But where have I been and what have I been up to lately? The only creative process that I've been really sticking to and adhering to and pouring myself into is journaling this year and a little bit of reading. And I'm really proud of that because historically I used to journal a lot growing up as a kid. And then as I developed into adulthood, I stopped doing that. And I had a friend stay with me for a month or so. And she literally wakes up before anything, before looking at her phone, before even drinking a cup of coffee, she'll make the coffee, sit down and just journal. Morning pages, spend that time with herself. And that was something that I decided I'm going to start doing religiously like I used to do. And it's honestly something that's transformed myself and my relationship with myself because, you can be alone and be by yourself, but there's a difference between being by yourself and actually spending quality time with yourself, and that's something that I've been really enjoying and throwing myself into. However, doing that and then also dealing with change has not been the easiest process for me, and it's something that I am trying to tap into, because how do I create and showcase the good, the bad, the ugly? I have done something really exciting. About a few weeks ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago now, I went on my first international trip, which is something that I am so excited about. We went to Lesotho. Now, a lot of people, when I said I'm going for my first international trip, they're like, oh, that's not even international. Guys, I've never left the borders of South Africa. So for me, I am excited because that was my first international trip, okay? I stamped in the border. I stamped coming out the border. I was excited. And it was honestly something that was so life-changing. And not in the sense where it was this miraculous trip of like self-exploration and, you know, but more so when, I don't know if you guys have watched Gilmore Girls, but more so when I think about it, there was a scene in Gilmore Girls where Rory said, maybe I'll become a journalist one day and write about what I see. But I just want to make sure that I see. And that's something that really sticks with me, because travel has opened up my eyes to the fact that there's a whole new world out there. There's a whole new world of possibilities and exploration. And in that exploration, there's also a whole new world of self that you get to discover. So it was really exciting to just tap into that, because there's only been 3 situations in my life where I felt that level of excitement and curiosity. So beautiful. So it is a beautiful day outside today. I haven't had a day where I just sit outside and look at nature. I think since working like a very 9 to 5 in the office type of job, more like 7 to 5, I've always appreciated nature, but I appreciate it so much more right now. Like feeling the sun on my skin, listening to the water trickle down the little river, having my journal, having this moment to myself is such a, like, my heart is filled with so much gratitude right now. And yeah, I think it's what a privilege. Just having a moment of gratitude. Today has been honestly one of the best days I've had in a long time. It was a solo date day. I went for my hawker walk to get my steps in, but also to spend some time out in nature. I read, I journaled, I played in a little creek, and then came back home, cleaned the whole house. I made myself some flavored coffee. Days like this and moments like these, chef's kiss.